It's the Holla Hour DTF Radio. We are back. You already know Fish and SpaghettiOs. We got our special guest in the building, man. Now, hold on, because everybody was like, how do you say it? I say Success Clothing. That's how it says, right?
Yep.
But the V be throwing everybody off.
No, but in the Asian days, they used to use a V as a U.
Oh.
So that's
Oh, damn, you got an accent. Hold on. In the what days?
In the Asian days.
You got a nice accent.
Yeah, in the Asian days.
I think for all the English speakers in the ancient days, ancient days of
but that V came for trademark purposes because there's a clothing line with Success with the U.
Oh, okay.
So
I like this much better.
Yeah, so when that happened, VE was literally born behind that because now I would have had it like it's written out here because this is my barber shop.
Okay.
So when I converted it, into a printing shop and all that,
right.
That's when the whole trademark thing came about.
Got you.
So now, with everybody who doesn't know the different entities that are linked in with Success, can you kind of give us some background information for our
Because
listeners?
you guys got your hands in everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we
see you out there in them streets.
No, because I also incorporate that a successful person really is involved in 7+ more different type of. You feel me?
Why is the hand clap not working?
Because if something doesn't work out, something eventually is gonna work out because you got 7 times to fail.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So and I failed many times in my life. I've been around for a long time in different type of like barbershop is a good example.
Right.
My Success barbershop. I'm not a barber, but I kind of like use that. To kind of like fund my recording studio before I ever was open for the public. It was just my music movement for Latin Gorillas and LGMG. So I said, listen, I can't come out my pocket anymore. The business got to pay itself. So I'm going to open up a barbershop upstairs that's going to fund the studio. But I'm not a barber. So when all these barbers go out with me and they drunk, I got 100 customers wanting to take a haircut and they sleeping because they went out with me the night before. so that doesn't make any sense. So I just fired everybody and just teared the barbershop down and started a print shop.
So the print shop that you have, because I've actually, is it the same place? Is it in the Westchester Avenue?
Yeah, that's my print shop. But then
shop and your flagship store.
She run that. Wifey run that print shop.
Hey, wifey. Hey, boo.
She runs that print shop, and I run the Success Clothing. You understand?
Okay.
But it's all connected because I use her so that she could like I'm China in the Bronx, but then if you used to buy my online, if you used to purchase my clothes online, it's literally every item Success Clothing coming from China with the whole nine yards.
Okay.
Well, now I was going to ask you, what sets you apart? Because you have a lot of people, actually people that you're actually friends with, like Whitell, things like that. So what sets you apart? Because you have a lot of people doing. They think that they can do a clothing line just with a screen print on a shirt and keep it moving.
Well,
some people.
We in that era now that you grow the lids and print the hat. Now you got a clothing line.
Right.
You got a press. He press. Now your clothing line. It's real serious. Well, I'm talking about Whitell. Whitell's my co-defendant. I was in jail. He's my co-defendant. His family's more like considered like a cousin. I also I kind of like inspired him to do what he's doing. You feel me?
Right.
He had a concept and he ran with it. I introduced him to my fans when he first came about, and he doing what he doing and I'm doing what I'm doing. But you can't compare Whitell with Success.
Maybe not necessarily Whitell, but basically like all these name brands that are popping up.
Oh, it's a whole bunch. Out of Success, maybe like how many was born out of Success? Maybe like 40 brands came out of Success.
That's what I'm saying. So
I inspired 40 friends.
What sets you apart from from all of them and what they do?
What set me apart is that Success is in everybody's clothing line because they're all trying to achieve success, so they can't run away from me at the end of the day.
So if they're successful, it's because of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Right. Their goals and their achievements, is going to equal to success.
Right.
You see, that's the difference because there's one thing I've been kind of like telling people that also want to do the same thing is that when you start something, it has to make a little sense because I'm not gonna wear a clothing that just not gonna make any sense. You understand?
Right.
Success kind of like represents everyone's goal. I see Oprah Winfrey wearing success because she's a successful woman. You feel me? So I'm also trying like to separate myself from everybody else that's doing it.
Right.
You feel me? People look at me like, oh, there's a $4 hat and it costs them like another $5 to print it. $9 hat. Why are you selling it so expensive? My hat is $50. Why my hat is $50? Because everybody else that's doing it is selling it for $20, $25.
Right.
But When you wear my product, it's either two things. You know tone, or you pay $50 for a hat.
I'm like, hashtag facts. I pay $65 for a sweatshirt when I went to the studio.
Yeah, because you know, but you're successful because you have the money to pay my prices, and that's what separates me from everything and everybody.
Are you kind of raising the price bar because there's a market for that? Like people are willing to pay that?
If they're willing to pay $400 for a pair of Jordans, if they're willing to pay $700 for a Pele, they're willing to pay, you know, why they can't pay me that money? You know what I mean? And I'm different because, and one thing I'm definitely do, like I learned from Jim Jones, and he was a good friend of mine too, but I also learned from him with the Vampire Life, grand opening, grand closing, because now you find him in Farmer Mills, and that didn't even last a year.
Right.
So, you see us everywhere, you know, we're supposed to be popping with a wave, but you can't really find my clothes nowhere.
And it's only really in your store or
online.
Or if online in your store.
Yeah. And I'm opening up flagship stores. Like my second store is going to be in Dyckman and Broadway. You know, then my next store is going to be on Collins in Miami or Washington, you know, Avenue in Miami. Then I open up one in LA. Not, you know, you know, that's my goals. I'm opening up. I'm kind of like mimicking, and I kind of like respect the Dash line, because Dash, they kind of like, if they are in department stores, it'll be like Target and Walmart or whatever the case may be, some big, you know what I mean? But to be just in Dr. J Jimmy, I'm not a fan of that.
Right. Because those, I mean, things like Target, Kohl's, they have
that's
the
where the money's at.
The Kardashians actually have a lower level line in Sears.
Yeah, that's what I'm going that route.
And Sears is everywhere. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if it's Sears. You've heard of Sears. Some people haven't heard of these Dr. J's or Jimmy Jazz. You know what I mean? That's regional. That's not national. That's more of a local thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So like you said, you cut out the barbershop, but what made you go the direction of clothing? Like, what inspired you to do clothing?
Well, when I started the print shop, there was no clothing line. It was just a print shop, and we were literally doing print for, you know, walk-in customers, for whatever it is. So I found myself doing like clothing for 3 clothing companies. You know what I mean? And these 2 young little kids, they were from Washington Heights. They had a clothing line by the name of Top Price, and we were working like Mexicans with these guys, like literally like, yo, préntame 100 camisas, 200, like, you know, working hard, you know. And then even one of them told me, you know, I always been in the industry as far as the music is concerned, and always in the limelight with, you know, a few celebrities that's in the scene. So he's like, yo, loco, pero tú estás pesado, tú estás con French Montana, Fat Joe, you know, like, ¿por qué tú no haces una vaina? I'm like, you know what I mean? But, you know, I said, damn, if I could work hard for the next man, I could try to do something, you know, and try to, like, you know what I mean? So those little kids inspired me to do what I'm doing. You see? But, this is my 9 to 5. Well, not my 9 to 5. This is my 24/7. Like, this is what I do. I don't have a 9 to 5.
It's bread and butter.
Yeah, I haven't worked in the last 9 years. I don't know what it is to wake up in the morning and have a routine. You feel me? So I live and eat off this. This pays my bills. You understand? So I'm not
to be your own boss.
I'm not the average, you know, guy printing a shirt and have to wake up in the morning and go to work. Not to knock dumb, you feel me? But you know, I just can't do it. You know, if I'm going, I'm going. It's in the hustle. I mean, you see it.
Put 100% besides success.
I'm seeing that every time I'm looking through IG. I'm going through the timeline. It's like at least by the 4th picture. By the 4th picture, I see that VE.
Yeah.
I go through. I'm like, 4th picture. VE. There you go. I need mine. I'm gonna get mine later.
And that's what you've done in such a short time. You've established a brand that everybody recognizes.
Yes.
Everybody.
At this point, people see that VE, they know that means success.
Exactly.
Before I used to have to explain myself what VE means, you know, like that isn't the word success. You feel me? Now they know. Oh, you got success. I got into a motorcycle accident like 2 weeks ago. About 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
Actually, this the scapular bone is broken now. But when I fell, people ran up to me. Yo, I follow you on Instagram. You're that success guy. You feel me?
Glad you're still here, brother. Glad
Nah, before I say call the ambulance, I was like, yo, call the store, tell them to come pick up my bike. But you know, they were like, yo, I see you on Instagram. You know what I mean? Yo, you know.
That's crazy. Is it weird having people, you know, like approach you in the street and like, yo, they're that dude from Instagram, or you're that dude that does
the clothing, hell yeah. I want to shout out Perf Unit. I want to shout out Steve. Juanito. I want to shout out, you know, and also, you know, Red Denim Jeans that's soon coming out soon. You know what I mean? Hard. You know what I mean? I co-signed them. They were my little brothers. I know them for like 30 years plus. You know what I mean? So they in the building. Shout out to Perf Unit, Juanito, Steve. You know what I mean?
So you only do, so now is your line basically just shirts, hats, jackets, sweatsuits? Is upper body wear or?
Yeah, no, the whole thing. You know what I mean? But you gotta understand, we're working on my budget.
Right.
We're not working on a $1 million budget.
Right.
You know, I'm not FUBU. I'm literally, on the lower end. But we're trying to keep up. People, a lot of girls, you don't got girls line or all that. My clothing is like unisex. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just throw a pink on a shirt and you could wear it too.
Right. True. Because girls do that anyway.
Yeah, girls wear hats, they wear different sweatshirts.
They wear the smaller men's size.
Right. If you got a big enough butt, you wear men's sweatpants like me.
I mean, my vision is crazy.
Men's medium.
You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, Tone, men's medium.
Yeah, my vision is crazy. I want to come out with buckles. I want to come out with cologne, fragrance in the future.
Oh, I can see a VE buckle. I can see that.
I definitely can see. Hell yeah, I can see a VE buckle.
I can see that VE.
As a matter of fact, let me just borrow your chain right there so I can make myself my little VE buckle real quick.
Exactly.
So I know we're talking a lot about definitely the products that are going on, but what are some of the events that we could expect in the near future?
So, July 9th is my fourth fashion show. This one is going to be done at the Bronx Museum on 163rd and Grand Concourse. The one last year was in 39th Street in the Garment District.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The one before that was in Soho, and the one before that was in Bronx Bar and Grill, which was the first one like 3 years ago.
Right.
That's nice. I like that you're going all around the boroughs, and I just make sure you have some tickets for us.
No. There's no tickets. It's just email invited guests. So you guys will be on the press when when I send the email.
So let me ask you this, because I know a lot of times they like when people are doing the clothing line, and especially with the boroughs, right? Boroughs is funny. Right, so sometimes somebody putting down a clothing line, and people know that they're from a certain borough.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you just get love more from the Bronx, or are you getting love from like Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan?
No, you see, I'm Success Clothing NYC, so NYC represents all 5 boroughs.
Okay.
If you want to talk about love, I think I get more love from the outer boroughs than my own borough.
Okay.
But that's just how life is. That's reality.
Right.
You know, people from your own borough really not gonna support you. Right. I mean, they'll support you when they see Tone. Hey, Tone, that's what's up. You're doing your thing. Right. But the clicks ain't there.
Yeah. Everybody's good for that.
It's like
that's the classic.
No,
that's the Hollywood. They be like, yo, son, you doing your thing?
Do your thing and then pop it moving.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's just I have almost 14,000 followers, and when I post a video, 7,000 is viewing it, but only 3 likes. So just to show you, they watch it, but they're not clicking on it. You feel me?
Yeah, because I was gonna say I actually didn't know of your brand out here, but I knew about your brand in Long Island, and I'm talking about Suffolk County. I'm not talking about Nassau County, because if you kind of put it in tails, kind of like Queens and Nassau County kind of click, but Suffolk County, I'm like, all right, what? When you first see a piece of clothing, you kind of look at it, you're like, all right. Like you said, with the print up, everything, anyone can make their own clothing line, but I think that within the time frame of seeing that, and then now seeing everything that's going on, you kind of see everything within the screens, within social media, within coming out here, walking down the block and going to go get some, Chinese food, and then you see somebody with a hat. What was your goal when you first started that you feel like, that now, is it something that you have already accomplished, or is not something that you
no, I ain't even got started yet. You gotta understand, the first 3 years into any kind of clothing company, you're in the minus, you're in the loss, because you're looking for that exposure.
You're in the red.
Yeah, you gotta understand, the hustle is in my DNA. I've been in the streets since I was 12 years old. I know what it is to have money. I know what it is to be broken. I know what it is to have money again.
Right.
So, it's in the DNA. I'm a hustler. I come from the street. So when I say I come from the street, I come from the street. So this here is I consider like an item from the street. So I'm pushing it like an item from the street.
Right. Gotcha.
You feel me? Like people gonna know I'm in the building. People gonna know I'm doing this. Right. You understand? And this is all I got. I'm 45 years old. I got 5 years to become that millionaire.
Right.
And that's enough time.
Right.
You feel me? But I'm making an impact because people know what's up. Like, I got everybody in the industry respecting what I'm doing.
Right.
I mean, I got the niggas in the industry that used to call me loco and now calling me Tone. Get it? But they used to call me loco because they said I was crazy. But now they calling me Tone because they respect my hustle and my grind, and they understand that, you're not only crazy, but you got a little bit of entrepreneurship in you. Gotcha. And I'm humble. You feel me? So, it is what it is, man. I'm always going to be successful.
So do you feel like that? Because I did see that you got a lot of love in that Fat Joe video. The song is popping right now.
No, Joe's my guy.
That actually is one of my favorite songs.
Song is popping right now. So has that given the brand a big push?
Nah, it gave the record a big push because I was in the video because we popping.
No doubt. I respect that.
Yeah, nah, because Joe's my guy. I fuck with Joe and he's all day, but we made him pop. We pop in the streets right now. He ain't stupid. He gonna get people down with him that's popping.
Right.
You know, we reviving him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Because we just was talking about that. How we was like, yo, I'm not gonna lie. I was looking for Remy. Was looking a little scary.
For all of them.
And then that song just brought him back.
Yeah. You know, listen. It's funny. We was at the studio and he's like, yo, Tone, listen to this, and that's. And I'll be honest with you, and Joe could co-sign this if he's tuned in or anybody in the squad is tuned in. Like, that's not even the record. In the EP, this, if you ask me, All the Way Up is probably one of the last records that, to me, that's that he got fire in that whole album. So that's, if y'all hooked on that All the Way Up, y'all got something coming.
Okay.
Because there's some heat in that whole entire EP.
Right.
Fire, co-sign.
Shit, I burned my finger.
So now, are you gonna only still move forward with just T-shirts and hats? Because I'm looking right now at the VE Spade shirt, and I feel like I would want that in a dress. Like
you got some minority pension, so you can let me some money. I double it up for you. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. You know, I would love to tell you yes, but again, it's all, and not even that, investors. You know, because I don't want to rely. I hate that. I hate owing. I hate people being on me. You know what I mean? That's why I'm on this. It's hard to just deal with people. You feel me? So I go according to my budget. Will we be having it in the future? Yes, we would. With someone that believe in me and give me a blank check, because I don't need a certain amount of money. I need a blank check and give me the power to do what I want to do. You know what I mean? But I guarantee you that success. A lot of people believe in what I'm doing. You feel me? And it's gonna happen. You feel me? But it just, you know.
The creative process of doing everything. You sit with a team. You have a whole team that sits.
I have a strong. I mean. Again, the social media speaks for itself. It's not just success. If you see success, if you hashtag success or go into searching for a person, you just put success, a million success niggas gonna come up. You feel me? So, you know, these are the guys who've been supporting me from day one. Mind you, they supporting my dream. Get it? But then at the same time, I recognize this. You understand? I recognize the support for my dream. So what happens is, my goals is I see these guys going hard for me. My goal is to make it and put these guys in position. So I don't want niggas to be in the streets, or I don't want niggas to work a 9 to 5. Well, if I become in a position, that whole corporate building is gonna be my niggas. Right. You feel me? But they gotta keep it 1,000 because, you know, God gave me a gift of reading people. If they in this for good, you know, for good intentions or bad intentions or for a come up, I'm not, you know, I don't tolerate that.
You'll be able to see it.
I've been broken-hearted many times, so you know.
You definitely sound like a spokesperson for somebody that is speaking for the suppressed.
You know who you sound like? You sound like the guy who made Tower Records.
Oh, I don't know who he is, but
you gotta look it up. It's on the videos on
YouTube,
Showtime.
Oh,
Showtime documentary, and it talks about Tower Records and how it all started, and everybody that was in that company was pretty much like, say these your boys right here, and you gave each one of them a job, but like they started at the bottom and everybody just worked their way towards something bigger, so one guy turns into a manager and stuff like that.
Everyone who believes in me and support what I'm doing, they get compensated. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give my team a chain to rep. First I started with Varsity's jackets to separate, you know, like people from wearing my thing, you know, like, you know, but then what happened, the Varsity was viral and everybody just wanted Varsity, so now you can't really single out my team. Get it? Because now strangers is wearing Varsity. So, you know, what I did, I compensated them with some chain around their neck. So now when people see my guys that support me, they're official success guys because they support, you know, like, oh shit, he's one of the VE niggas, you know, they, you know, so, you know, my team, I love my team, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, as long as it stay, you know, like, as long as I keep doing what I'm doing, my job is to market and make sure we beneficial and we're on the limelight. And they do everything else. You know what I mean?
And we were just talking about that on the break. You know, I was like, oh, I see you out partying, and you mentioned, you were like, well, it's not partying, and I understand the same thing as a comedian or as entertainment host. Mav knows the same thing. Like, people sometimes will see us out partying and not thinking that we're working, but that's part of our job. You know what I mean? Like, people don't understand. Like, it still fucking costs money to party. Like, you want to pop bottles and you want people to see you and be known. You still have to, you know what I mean? That costs money. It's an investment in yourself.
Yeah, you know you're doing something right when promoters reach out to you and offer you 1,000 or 500 and 3 bottles.
Just to show up, right? Just for you to show up.
So when they do that, I'm like, oh, we're doing something. We're making an impact. Right. We're being, noticed, and that's something, great. You feel me? And then at the same time, they ain't stupid either, because they give me 503 bottles or 1,003 bottles. Once those bottles is done, 3 bottles, we drink that in less than an hour. I'll be like 100 guys. That same money they gave me is going back into the club.
That's what I'm saying.
So they smart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're doing what they do, but at the same time, I'm networking. I dress up. They bartenders. They waitresses. I'm success all night in the air. Right. They don't know who we are. So I pretty made my mark in 3 years in New York. Now I'm trying to focus on LA and Miami. And then later ATL. Like it's bigger than just New York.
No, really definitely is, especially when it comes to clothing.
Yeah. So and Tennessee hit me up, like my manager later, Tennessee, they want to work with us. Whatever it is, man. But we trying.
Well, listen, before we get out of here, and don't go nowhere because we got something to do at the end. But tell everybody where to look up the whole Success Clothing and all that.
In the Bronx, New York, 959 Westchester, 718-450-3790. Success with the V, fashion.com, at Success Clothing NYC, at #success, at person, success, everybody, success times a million niggas.
Success every day. Success fried rice.
Success music.
Success slippers.
Yeah. My team has also got a mixtape out, Success Music Volume 1, hosted by Rich and Peter Crack TS. You know what I mean? So guys is working, man.
Really quick, shout out my boy, yo. My boy, I seen him working. We was actually in a party. We was actually in a party together, and he just came back from Dion. Another hard representative from Success.
Yeah, he had Dion smash too on the Success.
Okay.
AC go hard.
Under the Success.
Like, this guy right here.
AC the promoter.
Yeah,
Thank you.
AC the promoter is like, that guy.
I like that sweatshirt too, there, buddy.
Yeah, that guy go hard. Like we were neck and neck, but he passed me a little bit. Like, get out of here.
Very quick before we jump into another segment, just one last question.
What's up?
Do you later on down the line? We know that money is a factor, and you make what you can afford. But later on down the line, do you or would you like to actually have your clothing in Fashion Week, like do clothing meant for runway, or would you?
But I do that now with my own. No.
I mean Fashion Week, like New York Fashion Week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm gonna be the next Gucci and Louis Vuitton.
So that is a goal.
That's a goal.
So watch out.
Yeah.
New York Fashion Week, watch out, man.
Yeah, no, we in there. Watch soon.
No doubt. Well, listen, let's get into that bulletins. What's going on out there, man? What you got?
Just a couple things. So the first thing we got going on is Skyline Cruises.
Okay.
So you already know it's one of those kind of romantic things that you could do with your friends. They have
romantical.
Right. They have evening cruises. They also have brunch cruises that include food and a certain number of drinks per price. Now the price starts at $28.
That's a nice cheapdate.com. What you get with that?
Right, and I actually went on one of these. Cruises before. I did a Sunday brunch cruise. So the Sunday brunch cruise, you have like all kinds of prosciutto and cheeses. You've got eggs. You've got champagne. It's brunch fare. For the evening,
there's alcohol involved.
For the evening cruises,
I'm with it.
The evening cruises, I don't believe that they have food. They just have. It's just kind of a couple of drinks are. Excuse me, a couple of drinks are included with the price of the ticket.
Okay.
So that starts at $28, and that's something to do on a really nice night or a really nice Sunday morning. I did it. It was a great time. And then, of course, for the people who love culture, so Tony Willing musical, which is my favorite musical, Chicago. It's still in New York, but it's going to be gone very, very soon. So they're running from April 19th to July 3rd. So come to New York, get that. Sit down, watch all that jazz. It's one of my favorite.
How much is that though?
Right. You already know how I do because Madam Bullet don't like to pay full price for nothing.
I'm on my cheapdate.com.
So cheapdate.com, the tickets start at $33. The tickets are $33 and they're capped at $91, and it's a nice small theater. Okay. And it's an on-Broadway theater.
Oh, that's nice. That's intimate.
Yeah, because I'm sleeping. And then this is actually one of the theaters that you can sit down and eat. Like they had the Round Table Theater, which was formerly Studio 54. So it's an intimate setting. You can actually sit down and eat. You know, you can order. So yeah, you get and again, Chicago is one of the most amazing shows. You've got drama, you've got comedy. You know, the music is crazy. They made it into a movie. So if you like the movie,
see, because that's how I do it. I mean, that's how you got. I feel like this is how you got to do. I start with 1 star, and you got to work your way to 5 star. I can't just throw you straight into the 5 star. You know what I'm saying? You got to put in work.
I don't know.
Start up with a $28. Start up with a $28.
Hold up, I'm talking all that real hot shit. But when we was out there in Soho, shout out to Felly Flame. But when we was out there, he was out here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Bottles?
I wasn't doing none of that. I wasn't doing none of that. It was for us.
It was for
as
us.
a unit. But it wasn't enough for us, and I wasn't going to be wrapped around the tree in the car. So
yes, very good, very smart.
That was no bueno. You know what I mean? And I wasn't going to carry you around and have you throwing up in my car.
First and foremost, I drink more than you do.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I got one more thing before we do the Make You Wanna Holler. This is just for people to tune in. Madam Bullet, Bite the Bullet Entertainment is going to be having a big show at SOB's August 14th. The Holla Hour will be hosting, so it's going to be crazy. And it's going to be a festival. It's going to be comedians, musicians, and I'm not talking about just hip-hop artists. I'm about to... You coming on? You coming? We need a reggaeton artist. We need a reggaeton artist, but it's gonna be not just hip hop. I'm trying to get a violinist, but she is a violinist who does. She could take I'm in Love with a Stripper and
I
make
like
it.
that.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think I heard her before.
They have right. She's an Asian chick. They have a dude named Daniel Day. So we're gonna be doing all of that.
I think she worked with Dane Lawrence.
Yeah,
too.
there's gonna be some auditions for that coming up in June, and we're gonna make the announcements, and so that'll go there. You'll have more information later on. So if you want to know anything, you can holler at us the holla hour at Gmail if you have any suggestions for bulletins or anything going on, or you just want to holler at us. And now we're gonna jump into our very last part of the show, since Rel is the one who created this. This is my favorite part of the show. Since you explain the tone, how that works.
So Make You Wanna Holler, it's one thing that makes you wanna holler. It could be good, it could be bad, it could be a pet peeve, whatever it is, one thing that makes you wanna holler. So I'm gonna set it off. So we're gonna set it off so you can see how it go.
Okay, good.
You already know.
Let's do it.
What makes me wanna holler? Yo, you know what makes me wanna holler? When you come outside and you see like somebody rubbed up against your car with their car and they drove off, and so now you got a mark on your car and you don't know who the fuck did it. That makes me want to holler. I was tight. I see all kinds of red shit on the bumper. Shit was tight. Shit scratched up. They scraped some of the paint off. So now I'm looking for a dude who could do a paint job, man. It's some bullshit.
Jesus
it's crazy. So that makes me want to holler, man. You just hit my car up and just kept it moving.
What you expect them to do? Post an IOU on your shit?
Nah, but come on, man. Learn how to drive.
I took your fender off, motherfucker. IOU.
You can tell that they came about the parking spot and they just can't. I just can't remember what car was there. This is my problem.
Oh man,
that's the problem. I can't remember the car that was there. That's the thing that irks you, because that's the first thing you think about. Like, yo, what fucking car was here?
Did I know
I need to remember, and if I see this car in the neighborhood again, I'm gonna talk to this nigga, because I want to see white paint on his car now. You know what I'm saying? Now I can roll up. Yo, you hit my car, didn't you?
I don't think you about that life, bro.
Yo, that's my word. I seen a dude leaning on my car, and I'm telling you, I don't have no hoopty. So I walked up, I said, yo, fam, this your car? He's like, no. I said, all right, then get up off my car. Like, what are you doing? Like, this ain't no, like, I can see if it was a little beater and you leaning on my car, but I got a BMW, like, your pocket scratch up on my car, like, I don't need nobody lean. You feel some type of way. This ain't no hoopty.
Man, what makes you want to holler?
What makes me want to holler? So I was talking earlier on Snapchat, and look, I'm going to just say it like this.
Here she go.
I'm going to just drop some shit on y'all. If you taking the time out and you want to sit there and you want to say to everybody else in the world, I don't like this person, I don't like that person, I don't like this one, my nigga, you lying. You gotta like that person, because you fucking taking all this time out, your energy, and you spending that quality time with that person's name. So therefore, that's not the way to live life. You don't like somebody,
why you following them?
Keep it moving.
Why you following them on Snapchat?
I'm not done talking. So you gotta sit there and take the time out for yourself, learn and experience the shit that you like, so you're not fucking wasting your life worrying about what the fuck other people are doing. Take that shit, sit down, look in the mirror, just focus, my nigga. Focus on yourself. Don't worry about
The sound
others.
thing was working, the gunshots. It was a lot of gunshots. Okay, madam, what makes you want to holler?
Bang, bang. I was
I
kind
know,
of...
I want the gunshots. The
You
gunshots.
know what's funny though, Mav? I think we're going through this. It's funny because I feel you know what? I'm just gonna piggyback off of Mav because that was my make you want to holler. Like, do me a favor and don't be worried what the fuck I'm doing when you need to be worried about what the fuck you doing.
Where the
Don't
gunshots?
worry if I
Where the
stroll
gunshots
into
in the
anywhere
movie?
late. Don't worry about what the fuck I'm wearing, who I'm
Blocker,
talking
blocker,
to.
blocker.
Don't worry where my pussy has been or whose lips have
Blocker,
been anywhere.
blocker.
You know what I mean? If you like me so much, do me the favor. Yes, you know what? Keep talking shit about me because it's all free press.
The guns is out.
Yo, for real,
The
because that's the
guns is
one. And you know what? Here's the thing too. I hate when it's people that you know. Like, listen, homie, you know me. You know where I live. You know my phone number. You don't need to put none of that shit on social media. Come see me. I've had to DM people. You feel that way about me? Come see me because you know where I stay.
Blocker, blocker. Okay, let's so make it a happy one. These is angry over
Make it
here.
something good.
I ain't too mad.
Let me holler at you. When I flood the timeline, my neighboring friends and my clothing line guys that's doing the same shit that I'm doing, let me flood my timeline. Give yourself at least 3 hours before you do the same thing.
The guns is not working. Blocker.
Controlling the internet airwaves, yo.
You just fucking up the flow right here. You know, like I'm tired of seeing me do what I do, and then right after I gotta see the same niggas that you know look up to me do the same thing. Give me like 2 hours, and then you do what you do. I might like a picture or two.
Let it marinate. Let it marinate.
Yeah.
You already know.
Yo, we out here.
Yo, we gotta get out of here. Make sure you tune in next week to the Holla Hour.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yo, we want to thank
Success Clothing.
Success
you.
Clothing for coming through. Success with a V.
Success
Make sure-
everything.
You make sure you get it right. You see that VE, you better salute.
You know who it is.
You already know. We gotta get up out of here. Follow the Holla Hour on everything. You already know, Madam Bullet, Real Holla.
Like the bullet, free Dama.
You already. We out of here.
Wow. Thank you, guys.
Wow.